Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
All right.
Do we know what number we're at yet?
Yeah, 55.
Oh, this is 55.
This is 55.
5.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Get Into It.
That's right. That's what's up. That's
Dude, the
what's
weather's amazing today.
Feels so good.
beautiful.
Doesn't this kill Corona?
It does.
It does. F the Rona. I'm going to make a shirt that says F the Rona. You down? Would you rock it?
I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. CNN's got me scared to death.
Dude, of course they do. Of course they do. Listen, Roberts, I'm very happy that we're here face to face.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we're still socially distancing. I mean, I don't think I can't get a cold from you at this distance.
Before all this shit happened, we were sharing a room in Mexico, wasted.
It's true.
You fell down the stairs, remember?
That's true. I gracefully fell.
You
fell
did.
down the
That was
stairs.
those. You came back to your football days, Al Bundy. You rolled with a smile on your face, which was the best.
That was a very, very fun trip. I'm looking forward to more of those. But yeah, you know, it's funny. I said this before, but I really enjoy doing the show. I get lots of emails and comments, and if you listen,
My mom really likes you, by the way.
Oh, well,
and you
thank
too,
you.
Davey Dave.
Oh,
Me
that's
not so
nice.
Davey Dave's got the announcer voice.
He
right?
does, dude. I'm gonna hit Davey Dave up on the air in a minute about something that
He
I
could
wanna
do rated R. You know, he could
Rated
do that
R.
voice, right? In a world.
You better
New
watch
world.
out, Pete.
Yeah,
I'm
watch
gonna
out,
have Pete. I'm gonna have Pete do another open for us because we need one. We need one of those exciting
Those are fun.
post-Rona opens.
Those
You
are
know,
fun.
And he's got to drop the Roma.
ladies and gentlemen,
In a world post-pandemic, Rona.
where the Rona does not rule anymore. Hey, you know, I got a test. I got the blood test for antibodies,
Nice.
and and they said it's 97%. It's out of Harvard. Does that make any sense?
That's where the scientist came from, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
guy
That's
who
where
created it?
That's where it originated. Yeah. So
All right, none of these things that we are saying are true or
No.
can be confirmed.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say that I'm Rona free. We played golf the other day. People
How'd you
wearing
do?
masks. I played well, considering I hadn't played in a long time.
did you wear a
but
mask?
I wore a mask when I got there,
And then you took it off.
and then I took it off while I was on the course.
Vitamin D, the sun kills a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Spanish pandemic.
But I did want to say that I like doing the show. I like hearing from people. I like hearing from people that feel connected, you know, to the world a little bit because they're hearing our voice. They're hearing us talk about,
Yeah.
you know, daily struggles and stuff, and it's not so bad.
You know what we need to get is we need to get people start 5 stars and then start commenting.
Some reviews.
Some reviews, yeah. So if you listen to the show, click on the thing, the icon, the purple icon, give us 5 stars, whatever you think we deserve,
Yeah.
and then write something. It doesn't matter. Say, you know, Roberts is great. You know, David Dave's awesome. Tootie, you suck.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Or Tootie's great.
Titty's great. Titty's great.
Stop talking.
I want to get into it right away.
Let's get into it.
Okay,
Talk about it.
So I was thinking about, and this is for entrepreneurs. This isn't just for filmmakers. You know, there's all of these crowdfunding sites,
Yeah.
right? GoFundMe, Indiegogo,
That was the first one, the GoFundMe, right?
GoFundMe, yeah. Indiegogo. All of them work differently. I went with Indiegogo because no matter what you raise, if you're I needed to raise $150,000. I raised 17.
Right. Did you do the incentives? Like, if you give me X amount of dollars, you get this?
Oh yeah, exec producer for 10 grand. You know, I forgot what it was.
There's all
T-shirts and
tiers,
posters and
So you had to do all, you did all that?
brown bag lunch with the director and producer. Yeah, I mean seriously,
Meet and greet.
Cool.
there was so much, and a CD version of it so that you can watch it at home for $35.
Yeah.
A link
That's
for
actually
$50.
pretty, it's pretty cool how people came up with that concept.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
No, it's terrific. But what happens is people really consider that they failed at it. And I started to think about when I did mine, I was looking for 150 for my documentary. I was certain that the fan base was going to step up.
Yeah.
I was going to raise 200, easy.
Yeah.
And I raised 17 in 30 days. And I was disappointed. I was bummed. I was like, "What? I can't do anything."
That's not bad, though, by the way. 17 grand in 30 days?
Well, when you're looking for 150, it's not.
Oh, yeah, I
it's
guess.
you
Never
can't
mind.
you can't do much. I had to rethink it. I had to sit back, and after I was disappointed and realized that, you know, the fans of the subject that I was doing a documentary about were not going to step up. So that didn't happen. So I was bummed. But here's what came out of it. I'm always someone who's thinking like, well, how can I turn this into something positive? I also couldn't take the money and do nothing with it. I'd have to return it. So I said, $17,000, I could probably get quite a few shooting days out of it.
Yeah.
Cameraman, director, assistant, right?
Yeah.
So I hired Max Velez.
Yep.
We put together a film crew. We got the directors working, and we shot for an entire week. And we then pieced together a part of the movie.
Right.
Right. We stopped when we ran out of money, gave some money to Rich Alarcon,
Yep.
pieced together, a creative part of the movie with some reenactments with Eddie Olmos, a bunch of great
a taste
interviews. Yeah, so we did a taste of what the feel of the movie was going to be. By the way, this was for Carlos Almaraz. Richard Montoya sent it over to a guy at KCET. They loved it, and they bought into it, as investors and as partners. And then with the little money I had left over, $3,500, we threw a party at Cheech's house, invited a bunch of investors, showed that piece of the movie.
That's producing, Robert.
And there we raised the rest of the money for the movie. So I wanted to
lesson learned right there. That's a valuable lesson.
Yeah,
which is great. You did that you didn't. This wasn't anything that. There was no book or anywhere you read this. You just came up with this all on your own. Back against the wall, you had to figure it out.
Took that $17,000, which it ended up being $14,000 after you pay Indiegogo. I took that and I decided, what do I have available? I can produce. I know how to do that. So I'm going to put together this shoot. I got a great editor, then after that was done, then got our group together and said, what can we do? Who can we invite to a tardeada, where you have some drinks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's $3,500, have a private chef making little finger foods.
Yeah.
And then we'll show this movie that we just did and see what happens. Now,
a piece of the movie.
A piece of the movie. I didn't know who was going to show up. I just knew that if I did it, that I had a chance, that there was an opportunity that someone great would go. And, Tom Beers went.
Yeah.
Who ended up funding a big portion of the movie. Castello de la Rocha went.
Yeah.
Who ended up funding the biggest part of the movie.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people that were there put up little amounts of money. But I didn't know that. I was going there with the intention of maybe 50. Maybe we do 50.
Yeah.
And we ended up doing 250.
See?
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's
I like
what's
that.
up.
You never know, though.
Yeah, what I can tell you is that I didn't know that was going to happen. That's an entrepreneurial spirit. Use what's around you. I didn't go to any book. I didn't hear that from anybody else. I just said, this is how we're going to do it because this seems to be what's available to us around us right now, and we're all motivated to do it.
Yeah, well, that's like filmmaking, right? You're on location, things don't pan out, you got to shoot something.
Yep.
I remember when I did Mob Town with Danny A, we were supposed to do that big scene in downtown.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And we shot the murder scene. It was on a sound stage, but it took so long that we went into the parking lot. And he had them put up two fake brick walls. He pulled up an old car, and he had the extras dressed of the time walk back and forth. And we sat in the car, and we were supposed to be on a street in New York City. And when he cut it, it looks like that. Right. Like he used footage, you know what I mean? And it appeared that we were in this car on a street in New York waiting for the guy to go into the Park Sheridan, and then we go and kill him.
Yeah.
But you do what you have. You do what you have to do. What you have available at your.
Yeah. What you have around you.
How surprised were you when you raised that money though? And how fast did it make you want to get off your ass? Like the next day, or what was it like?
It was surprising, but when it's happening, you're also being creative, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. We showed the movie after everyone had drinks and everyone had a nice time and everyone was fed. We put up the movie, which was about 7 minutes. When the movie stopped running, the room was full, people standing in a living room. And I got up in front of the television and I was like, okay, so that's the movie. We're here for this, for the raising of money of this film. I know everyone in this room understands what we're trying to do. I need people to open their wallets, and I need you guys to tell me right now. Just yell out what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Very risky.
Bam.
Yeah.
So some lady raised her hand, said, I'll give you $5,000.
Nice.
I'm going to give you exact numbers, okay?
Yeah.
5,000.
Mm.
Someone else said, I'll give you 5,000. And Tom Beers looks over at me and goes, I'll give you 50 grand.
Did he say it in front of everybody or like to the side?
He said it to me.
Okay.
But here's what I did. I said, Tom Beers.
What a
Oh,
dig.
I said, Tom Beers just gave us $50,000. And I heard that Castulo was going to match anybody who came in over 50. I said, is that right? And I, pointed to him, which was a
On the
dick
spot.
move. And he said, yes. So I go,
Damn.
boom. Now we got 50-50 and then 5s and 10s. And the 5s and 10s were coming in from everywhere.
Yeah.
People were using their credit cards. I had Ulises Sanchez, who did all of our social media for that raise. He was there, and I had given him a little credit card machine that you connect to your phone. And when someone said, well, how do I get you the money? I said, do you have a credit card? Do you have a debit? Yeah, go see Ulises.
Square.
Like swiping
Square,
them.
right?
Yeah. So he was just swiping it. And yeah, so to answer your question, the adrenaline
that's smart,
and
Roberts.
excitement of that was really cool because I know how to raise money. But I didn't know if that day was going to work out at all. In fact, I was predicting it was going to be just a kind of a nice get together.
Yeah.
And we were going to have to find some other way to do it. But the right people showed up. The drinks helped. The classy food helped. It was at Cheech Marin's house. That probably helped a little bit. So you're looking at all this guy's art. Yeah. So it was, look, I think what I want to talk about and have people take away from it is that there's no failure, in this. If you even raise $5,000, figure out how to work within that budget, within those means. I didn't go out and get an Alexa camera to go shoot my stuff. I went out and got, 5D, and some lights and a guy who did not only the camera work, but also did sound. So I had that for $350 a day.
Yeah.
Sound and camera.
And lights.
Yeah.
Predator.
And then maybe a little bit of food and a little bit of that. So you're talking about my day was costing $550. No actors. So the money went a long way, and a lot of the money went to editing because that's where the expense is at.
Yeah,
it's most time.
Yeah, that's truthfully where you really need it. So a question for you, Roberts, about that. I need to come up with a little more money for Made in Mexico.
Okay.
And what size TV do you have in your living room here?
Like a 60.
Perfect. I'm thinking a little party here, Davey Dave.
Oh, yeah?
Roberts, you
Okay.
can use your expertise.
Throw it. Show 15 minutes of the movie and say that you need post money and that you want to finish it up, and I'll bet you that you'll do really well with it. And if you don't, you just use what you raise.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally get it, but I just need a venue.
Maybe we can
in
do
a
it
nice
here. We'll
place
figure
in
it out.
Beverly Hills.
It could be beautiful here. But
that's not a no.
That's not a no.
I'm in support of anything that's creative. I think that there's no right answer. I think it's great to hear inspiration from people. In fact, if you're listening to this, I would say try to find your version of that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be at a celebrity's house. It doesn't have to be beer, wine, tequila, and a celebrity chef. It could be your tia.
True.
You could do it. You
Very
could
true.
do it however you want to do it with people that care about you and about what you're doing. And then and even if it's not a movie, if it's an invention, if it's a business, if whatever you're doing, you could use that sort of system to get yourself off the ground and find other people that have money and are interested in that too.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's good shit right there.
Yeah.
Hey, there was another thing. I want to sort of get into this because this is super important. There is a difference between passion about a project and adrenaline about a project. Do you know the difference?
Yes.
Have you ever felt this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? So if we sit here and we come up with an idea for a movie, we're having beers, we're on vacation, whatever, we're at a bar, we come up with an idea, wow, that would be a great movie or a true story about someone that you know.
Adrenaline pitch.
Yeah.
Right? And we get all fired up, and next thing you know, we're inspired, and we ordered another round, and by the time we leave wherever we're at, we're calling each other tomorrow because we're going to start this project and we're going to write this script or we're going to have it written, right? Have you ever done that and then somehow not gotten around to doing the project?
Yeah, of course.
I did that with you in New York with your with Perry's husband.
Yeah, that night it was like Academy Awards being won.
That story was so great, but then reality set in the next day with the hangover, going, "Fuck, are we really gonna?" Damn, what happened?
Yeah,
like it is a good story, but when would I do that?
That happens all around Hollywood. It happens in houses. It happens in bars every single day.
Though. I really don't, because it's almost like you're working muscles. You're talking stuff out. You're getting things out. Who knows? Maybe Vincent, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Vincent that night,
Christian Vincent.
Vincent.
You never know who's listening.
Yeah, or maybe he went. Maybe he flushing
inspired.
it out over bourbons. He went home the next day, woke up going, well, I know that dude's probably full of shit, but maybe I want to talk to my other friend who, let me talk to him about this. And he goes to them and he starts explaining, and the guy's like, dude, I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing I hear. Dude, I never knew that.
Right.
Like, because especially like in my situation, being around certain people, people aren't aware of other things that I do, or they think that I'm already taken care of, so they don't even approach me. Like, they're like, oh, well, I thought you were with him. I thought you were already squared away. No, I'm not. I'm not squared away at all. I'm looking. Like, well, that's a different story then,
Right. But it happens with lots of projects, and I think the key is to know yourself and know when you're not super excited about something, because it ends up ruining relationships that could be good relationships. Like if you're working with a good writer or a good producer or a good director and you realize, you know what, this might not be the project, it's okay to stop at some point and go like, you know what, I think it was an exciting initial idea and I'm glad we flushed it out.
But it stopped.
But it's not, I don't think this is going to be one for us. And then just step away and keep that relationship for a really solid high concept idea.
Yeah. Robert, you have helped me in the sense of like not just writing shit because I think it's cool. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like really being a little more selective about ideas, things that I think will work, things that I think will work that when I look outside of me, go this I'm the only one really excited about this. So it's not
plugging
really
the high concept formula into it, right?
Plug in the high concept. I do believe in simple stories, though. Yeah, I've told you that before. I do think like a simple story is something that everybody could resonate with. You know what I mean? Because it's a simple story. It has to be character driven. You got to believe in those actors. Hard when you're an indie filmmaker because you got to get performances out of people that may not
have any experience.
Yeah, or may not be that caliber. Lilo fucking has that.
He scored on that one,
yeah,
bro.
I got
amazing.
Good. Yeah, he was really good. And it's great because he wants to continue to work with me. Like, I still talk to him. He still reaches out.
So you got a contact there for life.
Great guy.
You're exactly right.
You got to figure it out. You got
to figure it out.
You got to know when to stop.
You know what? You got to know when to hold him, know when to walk away, and know when to run.
That's right. And know when to run. Run from bad ideas.
But never count your money.
No. but it's important. That's I think that's the key to getting to projects that are good faster instead of spinning your wheels on projects that maybe you spend a year and a half on, a year on. Yeah. You're still trying to get them going, and I mean, sometimes
your passion isn't other people's passion.
Yeah. I mean, you really do need a team that's like all systems go, and you need successes. You need to bring people on. You need to do things that are moving your project forward. Sometimes you pitch it and it doesn't work, or you tell other people and they're not digging it, and that should be your barometer. You should come back to the table with like, hey, I talked to a few people about this, and here's the hole they punched in my pitch.
See, I still like, though, Robert, this is all going to get cut out, by the way. I still like your...
when he does that look.
I know. With the thing. I still like the fucking one about the kid in New Jersey. The musician.
Oh, yeah, Rock Me Amadeus.
Rock Me Amadeus. I thought that was a good story.
You know what? I'd love to come back to someday, but something I had to walk away from.
See, that's hard because that was a good story.
Dude, I was passionate about it, yeah. Go back to episode, I don't know, 9 or 10 or something like that, where I was talking about how I got that to 50 companies.
Jeez.
That's hard for me to believe. You got that to 50 companies and everybody passed.
There was when it didn't go, it didn't go. Yeah. But the idea was, you're right. The idea was great. I hope I come back to it.
Yeah, you got to be able to revisit, dude.
Someday.
Hey, Ashley Garcia was something that was pitched over a decade ago,
10
right?
Years, yeah.
Don't get stopped, Roberts.
I won't get stopped. I just move on to something else.
Tequila, because you're an entrepreneur. You're a producer, obviously, but you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I like making deals.
Yeah,
I love making deals. The other thing that is really important, and I've told you this since I met you, is always be pitching, right? Yeah. Always be pitching.
That's right.
I was when I come up with an idea, or I'm thinking about like even a Christmas movie lately, or if I'm thinking about another high concept or whatever I'm thinking about, I'll come downstairs in the morning and I'll be making coffee with Ann.
That's one thing he does.
Well, and I'll pitch.
Yeah, he pitches.
But you got a high profile executive right there. You're pitching.
But I'm not saying I'm pitching. I'm just having a conversation, and then I'll be like, "Hey, have you heard about?"
Bounces ideas off.
Yeah. So I actually practice my pitch, unbeknownst to my wife. The thing is, she already knows when I'm doing it now. So
you ain't slick, Claire.
So she'll pass on me.
She'll just straight say pass.
Yeah, pass. She'll say
pass me the creamer and pass all that.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not into. I don't know that that's working. But it's a really good way to work it out so that when you finally do talk to an investor or executive or something like that, and you only have 20 seconds to sort of get this idea across, keep practicing. You got your mom there, you got your wife there, you got your girlfriend. When you're thinking of an idea, just lay it out in a general conversation. Hey, I happen to be working on this. Let me run this idea by you. And then you practice it on someone that you're not pitching them for a result. You're pitching them for your practice, because if you don't practice, you will blow it when you have someone that matters.
Time comes.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it's all about attitude and feel or whatever.
Yeah. There was a developer, my brother, he owns a big piece of property in Silver Lake. And the dude was, whatever. He was kind of a tool bag, but he always had ideas for all kinds of shit, dude. From like a vineyard he's a French dude, from a vineyard in Echo Park, like buying a piece of property and opening it, like building a vineyard there and calling it Chateau Ghetto.
That's funny.
So yeah, right. You gotta laugh to like open all the shit. The guy was always running, like talking about shit. 90% of the shit he didn't do, but guess what? 10% of the shit he did do, and it's been successful, and he's worth millions of dollars.
Nice.
But he was always pitching to me, to whoever would listen to him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whoever he could talk to. So it's smart.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ever since the lockdown, I have tried a whole bunch of different types of alcohol. Normally, tequila is my thing, right? Casamigos tequila is my thing.
Yeah. Right.
So I always drink Casamigos. I'm not a beer drinker, not my thing. But since I've been home, I've ordered from Pink Dot. I've gotten like whiskeys.
You did a little bourbon phase.
I did. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I sent out pictures. Yeah. I did bourbon. I did whiskey. I did vodka.
Why'd you call Pink Dot? Just call me. I'll go pick some of them. If I could drink with you, I don't have nobody to drink with. My wife don't drink.
But I did that, and I've tried a whole bunch of different stuff now. And have you guys heard of kombucha?
Yeah.
Okay, so
kombucha.
Yeah. Is it called kombucha?
Kombucha.
Tomato.
Yeah, exactly.
So
tomato.
Kombucha, my family, and my daughter drinks it. It's
really
healthy.
good for you.
I drink it. I buy it at Whole Foods.
Probiotic. See, I've been looking to try different things during this lockdown.
Yeah.
And this stuff right here, the hard kombucha.
Dude,
I've actually had it, dude. Flying Embers is really,
have you really?
Really good. Yeah, no, my wife, who's a biochemist, I brought some. She tried this and she loved it. She won't drink with me anymore, which sucks because she gets hungover after like 2 glasses of wine. And so, I feel like a degenerate. I brought this home one day, and she drank it, and she loved it, and she had like 2 or 3. This is her favorite. She'll only drink
Where do you
this.
buy it at? Where did you buy it at? Flying Embers.
I got it at Whole Foods. But then I tried another brand because I went to Ralph's because Whole Foods was too crazy. It's the line. You got to wait the whole thing. Yeah. And I got another one, and it was Bello, dude. She was like, don't buy this ever again. Give me the other. Give me the good stuff.
A proprietary organic fermentation from champagne yeast.
That's good shit, means.
Black tea, native kombucha. This is stuff you're drinking for alcohol, right? This is something that you're enjoying.
And black tea actually is like it has caffeine, so it gets you kind of like a little bit. It gets you up a little bit.
But this has turmeric, ginger, ashwagandha. I mean, it has live cultures. I didn't know that this can be in an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, which is awesome.
And
zero sugar.
Yeah, what's cool about this thing is also the alcohol content, like a 7.2, 6.8.
Yes.
These are nice and firm drinks.
But you actually feel good.
I have already tried it. And Dave, have you tried it?
I have.
Yeah.
You've tried this kombucha?
The pineapple chile.
Oh, wow. So I've got 3 ice cold Flying Embers.
Nice.
This one's called pineapple chili. Hang on,
Ooh.
I'm gonna drink that one.
Hold on, let me look at the can, player.
No, I'm not gonna give you the can because then you'll drink it. I got ginger oak. That seems like it should be for you.
I'll go down. Okay. I'm down with some ginger oak.
And lemon orchard.
Ooh, I like it.
Lemon orchard. Okay.
You gotta shake it, right?
I don't think you do.
I think you could.
I've shake mine.
You
could
yours?
turn it
a little
sideways,
bit.
get whatever embers are
It's
under
got the stamp,
on
which
the
is
bottom.
good, the USDA organic. That's the legit one, not the one that's all.
You think our guests would like this? I think they would, right?
Yeah, you know what I love about this? It's good for you, and you're getting pedo at the same time. What? That's like, I mean, what could you not?
I'm pouring a little bit of tequila, my white tequila, on the top of my
That's some
pineapple
that's
chili.
degenerate shit, right?
No. That just makes it more delicious.
Oh, so you got the new can.
Anyway,
right
I'm going to have a sip of this before anything. But cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Salud. Let's see.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
You know what? That doesn't even taste. Kombucha, I have a hard time drinking. I got to say, I would be honest.
that's
I have a
obvious.
very
Absolutely.
difficult time drinking kombucha. I have to like shove it down. I can't even really
This
taste
is good.
any of that aftertaste. This
It's
is nice.
light. It's refreshing.
And you know what? I can taste the
like
chili in this.
See?
I could taste
Can
that.
you
You know,
really?
yeah.
What a dick! I want to try that.
I know this one's good.
This one's good right here. The oak.
Yeah.
This is. I got the ginger and oak.
Well, I want to
turmeric.
say this Flying Embers company from Ojai is
Local.
making all kinds of interesting flavors.
85 calories, player, in
Oh,
one
wow.
can.
There you go.
That's what's up.
The lemon orchard, which you're drinking, you
Yep.
can put 1.5 ounces of tequila, 1/2 ounce of honey syrup, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, 1/4 ounce of Aperol, 2 ounces of Flying Embers lemon orchard kombucha
Wow.
in a highball glass with some ice. That makes you a bee's blossom. Anyway, they have all of
Yeah,
these
that's good.
drinks that you can make with all of their different flavors.
Yeah.
Well, I got to say, dude, this I could drink because it's
Yes.
light.
It's really
And I think my daughter would be like, "That's cool, Dad. It's a kombucha."
Yeah. Don't let her drink it. I know she's 16 today, but hey.
All right. Well, I'm going to
birthday,
suggest.
Sophia.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, happy birthday to my daughter, Sophia. She turned 16 today. Cheers.
That's right. With an F,
Um,
not a PH.
I'm going to suggest that we try this on some of our shows with our guests, and maybe even send them home with some of them.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
knows, right?
down.
Yeah, these are delicious.
These are delicious.
Well, cheers to the guys at Flying Embers. They're doing something very, very cool here. I'll do some mixed drinks with it next time.
Yeah,
I
you're
wonder
exactly
if they would send product to use in movies.
I mean, I don't see why not, because you need props. You
Yeah.
need actors need to be doing
I
stuff.
mean, these are good-looking cans.
Very nice.
That's a cool can.
Yeah, this is good, and it tastes good. All right, cool. Well, it tastes good. It's interesting. It's got kombucha in it. It's got 0 sugar, 0 carbs. There's no sugar, dude. Flying Embers is good stuff. All right, well, here we go.
Salud.
What I did want to talk about as well, this is kind of one of those shows where I was thinking about a lot of things to talk about. And
That's right.
that's right.
That's right.
When I was a young filmmaker, I used to call companies that specialized in getting product for movies.
Was that before Talkies?
That was young filmmaker when I paid 5 cents to watch 3 movies being shot at Universal with no sound. No. I used to call companies that provided product for movies. So you can call one company who handles Pepsi, Coke, Nike. One company handles all these products, and they'll send you a list. As a producer, they'll send you a list of the things that they cover. You'll request them based on your scenes. So if your main character is going to wear Adidas sweatsuits, you send them the request and the sizes, and then they provide your movie with product.
Wow.
For your characters, for your crew. In fact, Red Bull came out to many of my sets. You just called them and said, "Hey, can you guys
Red
send a
Bull's really cool
truck?
about that,
Can you send a truck on Friday at the end of the day, and we'll get all of our crew and our cast to walk over and take pictures with you guys." And they would drop off cases of product, and they'd give you product there. So it was kind of cool. But there's this misconception that product companies pay your film to be in your movie. That's not how it works. Not if you're an indie. If you're an indie, be lucky you're getting free stuff.
Yeah,
but
for
they
sure.
will give you free stuff. Adidas, Nike, I remember
Which is great.
I did a movie with Lopez where we had a whole soccer team, and Adidas gave us uniforms and balls and shoes for the entire thing.
If you're getting Adidas for Feliz Navidad, I'm a size 13. Tell Rio, thanks.
Damn, what's up? Size 10. I remember that. That was icy. Lopez never dribbled a soccer ball in his life.
No,
he
he looked good.
He looked good. He
doing
looked
it.
good. It was a lot of cutaways.
He's
a
a
lot of
professional,
cutaways.
bro.
But yeah, I mean, the idea is, can you get a company, a product company, to sponsor or pay for your movie? It's hard too, My wife is a television producer. We're all in the business. You would think that on occasion, if you have this great movie or this great show,
people want to give you shit.
Yeah, and if you get Coca-Cola interested, and all of a sudden they'll say, "Oh, well, we'll pay for it." The problem is that a lot of these networks, a lot of these studios, they have their deals with sponsors. So Coke and Pepsi and Audi pay these companies to be part of their all-around, look. So their executives drive Buicks, their movies feature Coke, and those companies pay the studios or the networks. So when you come in and you've got, oh, by the way, I have Coke and Nike and Adidas, they don't like that.
Yeah.
They don't like that because that's where they make their money. That's how they're paying you to do this movie or do your show, by the sponsors that they get for the networks and their studios. So it's the misconception that if you have product placement that is willing to pay to be in your movie, that is a good thing to do, and that has to come afterwards, because if you do it ahead of time, it may create a conflict with the networks or the TV companies that you're working with.
Let me ask you this, Roberts, because Made in Mexico, there's some branding in some pretty big brands that we didn't think about when we were shooting, because we were, shooting under the gun.
Dude, I could taste the chili in here. It's got a hint of ginger, too.
It's good shit, dude. Now, should I go, because I heard I should go to some of these bigger brands that are featured in my movie and say, hey, your brand's featured in this. Are you cool with that? Can you give me some funding? Obviously, no, based on what you just said. Or should I just leave it alone?
I'm not a lawyer, and I'm gonna tell you what I would do.
Indie, low budget.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you made a movie that didn't cost more than $200,000.
Yeah.
That the likelihood of a brand coming after you is probably zero, because let's say that you used my logo on your T-shirt and my product in your movie.
Mexico,
that's
actually.
okay.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Some brands just appreciate it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, think about it. Like when you see a car in a movie or cars driving in the street in the movie, do you see their logos covered up? No. So why is it that you have to ask everyone else for their permission, but no car company has to be asked for their permission to be in your movie? Because it's things happening in life, right? People put on shirts all the time. But what I would say is, if you're Tom Cruise and you're in Mission Impossible 7, then you got a problem if you put on something that wasn't approved. And that's because that movie's worldwide, and because it's going to probably make $1 billion.
Yeah.
So when that amount of money and that amount of people are watching the movie, then it becomes a very big problem if you're using a product without permission. But if you made a movie for $200,000 and you're going to make $800,000 on the film, and it's going to get seen by, I don't know, 800,000 people maybe in its lifetime, and sold to smaller stations, and probably not seen as widely as a big movie, they're not going to come after you, because it's not worth it for them to shut you down for something that they're not going to get paid for anyway.
Oh, right.
So they're not going to see any money from you.
So just leave it alone.
Yeah, let's say, and most indie films don't even make money. So theoretically, if you made a movie for $200,000 and you made $180, and now you're being sued, what are they going to get, really?
Yeah,
they're not going to get their worth. So they'll only sue you. They'll only come after you if you're worth getting something out of it. So if your movie was made for $20,000 and it made $67 million, then they're going to come after you. Yeah,
I get it. Now, what is it? Letters and omissions, or what's it called, where you have to put your movie up on?
Errors and omissions.
Errors and omissions.
Yeah, it's an insurance.
Will they break my balls about it?
I think it depends. I think errors and omissions will consider the size of your movie and where it's going to be seen and how many people potentially will see it. Yeah. I think that they've already created a bar for that. Errors and omissions is an insurance you buy. If you buy that insurance while you're making your movie and it expires before you screen it, then you have to buy it again.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. That's how it works.
What?
Errors and omission, it only covers you for a certain amount of time. It could be 1 year, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, but it can't be like a blanket errors and omissions policy.
So really the best thing to do is after you do your movie.
Well, when you sell your movie and they require errors and omissions, then you buy it the week before you air.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to waste.
Last step.
Yeah, you're going to waste that $5,000.
Yeah. Oh, forget that.
Jeez.
Let's talk about extreme music for a sec. Here's one crazy story. This is just so personal, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My daughter was turning 16 today, right? She's 16 today. And my wife, who knows better, says to me, hey, why don't we go through, all the years of the pictures and do a video about from when Sophia was born until her 16th year.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and I thought, that's sweet. I can edit.
That's sweet.
I can do this. So 17 hours later.
Wow.
Feature film.
Dude, it's 1 o'clock in the morning yesterday. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I started the day before. The day before that. So for about 6 hours.
Yeah. You
just cut the day before. And then from 8 to 1 o'clock in the morning the next day, which was yesterday, I cut this epic 5-part, 18-minute piece.
That's a short film.
With all this different music, right? And I did go to extrememusic.com. I did find that I was looking for something for her graduation, right? Because she was graduating, but I also wanted it, and my wife wanted it to be a rap music, kind of like a hip rapper. So I went to extrememusic.com.
You know about that, Robert?
Yeah. So I went to extrememusic.com and I punched in graduation.
Yeah.
And I punched in rap music. And lo and behold, dude, a rap song that talks about tassels and graduating.
No,
yes,
stop it.
Yes. In fact, I'll play it right now. This is it.
What?
Like Snoop Dogg.
And that's only 30
too.
seconds. That's a 2 minute and 40 second. There was a 2 minute and 40 second version of that.
Yeah.
But I used the 30-second version.
Yeah. You know what's messed up? You have access to one of the biggest rappers in history, and you didn't use him either.
Who?
Be Real
Oh,
player.
Be Real, right? I'm sorry.
Kicking that.
I don't see him
Cypress Hill
I don't
shit.
see him like that. He's just my
Primo.
yeah. He's just my primo.
Can we get him on the show?
Yeah, of course. But you have to smoke with him if he comes on the show.
Davey Dave?
I'm down.
Okay.
You're down. Okay.
I can't. I lose my mind.
Yeah, me neither.
Fine. You guys will be
I
all right.
trip
Come
out.
on, you guys are
No,
I'll just watch you. Oh no, you know what? If you smoke with him, I'll just go what?
Yeah.
What?
That's fucked up. Don't do
Oh,
that.
that'd be messed up, right? What? Did you just say what 3 times? No.
What?
No.
No.
I've only been high like twice as bad as that. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll be fine.
But no, the music, it was interesting because I wanted to challenge Russ and extrememusic.com, and that was flying colors, man. A rap song that is about graduation. And I think there was some F-bombs in there too. So it was graduation and the whole
Is she
thing.
graduating this year too?
No, but I did a thing where she graduated like 8th grade.
Yeah.
And there was all these pictures of them crying and with their tassels on and their cap and gown, the whole thing.
So I'm gonna hit Davey Dave up right now. On that note, Roberts.
What's up?
So maybe Extreme Music can help us out on this little venture we're gonna do. I got some stuff. Of course.
Sorry.
You know, I've been listening to this other podcast, Sopranos, and Homeboy doesn't talk close to the mic. It pisses me off. I turn up the thing in my car. I gotta get closer.
Dude, I'm feeling some heat from this Flying Embers.
I'm feeling good right now, dude.
Right.
I'm feeling real good.
How much?
I'm telling you, dude, these are good.
Oh, you got the weed one.
I got.
You got the weed one? What?
There's no,
What?
No, this is 6.8% alcohol.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a
Is
lot.
that a lot?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
A beer has what?
4.5.
That one's 4.5.
Oh,
maybe.
dude, so this is like a double.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right.
A little bit less.
That's right.
right.
So, Dave,
Yeah, what's
question
up?
for you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I have a couple scripts,
Yeah.
60 pages. I got one called Making Money. I posted a little trailer for it about these counterfeiters.
Yeah.
I want to do it as a radio drama, a podcast. I want you to act in it.
Yeah.
But you down to do the because everything's about music. Has to be
Sound
a
design
narration.
player.
Has to be a narration. I like your voice. You can narrate it, but you can play
What
one
about
of the
Pete?
characters.
There's no parts for Pete.
We can get Pete in there. It's a series. I wrote it as a web series called Making Money.
Yeah.
You down?
Down like a clown.
Oh, damn! The famous Davey Dave. I got you.
So explain what
got
it
you.
is. Though. I
But-
don't understand what you're doing. Explain what you're doing.
It's kind of a. It's funny because I'd never seen Breaking Bad when I wrote this. It's about a guy who works for an executive who worked for Hewlett Packard. He loses his job because people aren't really printing anymore, and he's middle-aged, and he doesn't want to start a new career, so he kind of waits. And he has a buddy who works in the Treasury Department who tells him he can get a job, but he knows all about paper, and he knows all about printing, and he knows all about ink and all that shit. So his life starts to deteriorate because he's losing money, and he's losing his life. And him and his wife start fighting, and they have to downsize. And he ends up losing his family because he won't get a job.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want to start it because he's waiting on this thing. So he ends up finally getting a job as a busser at a restaurant that he used to frequent. And he sees a guy there that he knew from the past who was an old friend. And he hits him up in the valet about getting him a job because the guy's with a bunch of execs, suits and everything. The guy's a hitman, and those are marks that he's having dinner with, and he's going to kill him the next day. He feels bad for my lead character, so he tells him, I'll take care of you. Meet me at this time. Like, I got you. So he's the driver. The guy drives him to a location. It's a totally different vibe now because the guy went from being in a suit to being like a hood, and his demeanor, everything's changed. And instead of sitting in the car like he's supposed to so he can make his $5,000, he goes to see what they're doing, and he witnesses a murder. And the guy, they see him, so they basically tell him, like, well, now you're in trouble. So his way to get out of it, they're going to kill him, and his only way to get out of it is he tells them how to counterfeit money because he knows all about that world. And so they go into making money, and
hence the name of the movie.
Making money. But greed obviously sets in, and he's the one who gets greedy, not the bad guy. He ends up turning into the bad guy. The bad guy's the good guy, really.
Yeah.
The good guy's the bad guy, and the job comes through, and the job for the Treasury Department comes through, and he's one of the biggest counterfeiters in the nation.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good story.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get into that?
Yeah, man.
You down?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
Bam.
Gotcha.
You think those things? You think so? It's like a podcast you're doing?
I'm going to do a radio drama. Yeah, like a podcast. It's
Yeah.
a podcast, so you'll be able to listen to it, on iTunes or wherever we post it. It'll be episodic, probably
That's
60.
cool.
Yeah, it'll be,
That's cool.
each one will probably be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Listen to the whole thing in 60, an hour. And the goal, going back to your Indiegogo, the goal when I made the trailer was to do a GoFundMe, raise some money, and make it into a series.
Right.
And I had some good people. Bradley Gregg played the lead in the trailer. I had the dude who was in Boardwalk Empire who played Agent Sesbo, Michael Shannon's partner. He read it. He loved it. He was going to play one of the characters. I had some really good people on board who wanted to do it, and it fell apart at the 11th hour.
Well, this sounds like a good way to revive it. Yeah, something to do, some way to get it out there again, get people to listen to the story.
Definitely a way to get your writing out too.
Yeah,
really cool.
And it'll be fun. We could do it just like this.
Yeah,
perfect.
Hey, so let's update. I'm going to do an update.
What you got?
We
bud?
talked to. I'm sorry. So I'm going to do an update on Feliz Navidad. Okay, so this is important for anyone out there making movies or getting into it right this moment. We are set to start.
Bam!
We're casting.
Cool.
We got actors ready. We got crew ready. We're A&E's funded to a certain extent. So the moving forward is happening. Our only thing now is that SAG and some of the other unions want you to have a clear of procedures for COVID. So I have to have a medic 24/7. I'm sorry, not 24/7, but whenever I'm working.
On set,
Yep.
I have to check temperatures every morning. I don't, but the medic does. There has to be a designated PA to help clean things up as people are touching stuff, disinfect things. People need to be wearing masks.
Should be doing that anyway.
And there needs to be less. There needs to be less.
You got to wear masks the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to wear masks whenever you're at an uncomfortable distance from people. So if you're going to be at a comfortable distance from people, you're okay.
That means you're going to be wearing one all day, Teddy.
Well, because you're going to be right up against people doing makeup.
I don't wear one with Lopez. Lopez and I have been working nonstop since this whole shit began.
You guys are carriers.
His ass sneezed on me today.
You're
I was like,
carriers.
dude, really? He's like, well, I was like, I couldn't move. It came on too fast. I took a shower already, fool.
That's funny. But yeah, so we're just waiting for now the state of Nevada to say we're in phase 2 and films are in phase 2 and you can go ahead and shoot. But we're in a holding pattern. We have to move our start date a week every single time that we get 2 weeks close and we're not clear.
Yeah.
No.
We need at least 2 weeks to ramp up.
Mm-hmm.
So in states like Texas or Florida, those places that are open, could you shoot there then?
You could shoot anywhere that's got. Look, every phase 2 is different for every state. I think Nevada film production is in phase 2. I think California. I think they really want to get film going here too, so that may be in phase 2. But I think it depends on what state it is and what phase you're in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I saw something in the news where they said sports teams were looking outside of California.
Yeah, of course.
Shit changed real quick.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Dodgers were going to go back
Yeah.
to Brooklyn. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's not get crazy.
Yeah. Very nice.
You might be casting me in Feliz Navidad after that shit.
Oh,
Really?
No, not really.
You got to pay your SAG dues, bro, or otherwise you can't work
I know,
in any movie.
Something happened last time. I don't know.
You probably owe $6,000.
Yeah,
It's
I-
expensive.
Not that much.
Unions are expensive. How
Not
much
that
is it? How much is it to join?
Wait, how long you been lapsed?
He hasn't paid
Over
the
a
initial
year.
dues.
Oh, you're
though.
fine.
The initial dues are the expensive part.
Well,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happened was supposedly the production paid for it, right?
I got mine paid. That was great.
You did on.
A long time ago.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I was supposed to. They paid it, and then the producer. I kept trying to figure it out. Like, remember we talked about this?
Yeah.
I kept reaching out to her. I kept saying, "I know I have to pay something." She says, "No, we paid everything. Don't worry. You just gotta like." There was something I had to do, but they wouldn't get back to her, and she said this happens a lot.
Call SAG.
Yeah.
She said-
They'll answer in 2 seconds.
Yeah, and then she said, "You know what? Don't worry. We'll just put you in the next one. We'll do it again on Jackie Ryan, which was the basketball movie, but I couldn't do because of access." So she was kind of like, "Yeah, this happens sometimes."
Did they Taft Hartley you?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
had dialogue in the movie.
But I mean, did they give you paperwork that had Taft Hartley stuff on it?
That day,
Yeah,
no,
right.
they didn't give me anything to sign that day.
Uh-oh.
They said,
They just push it through.
they just
They
push
just push it through.
She wasn't
Yeah.
tripping. She
No,
was
no.
the producer
They
on
just
the
push
film.
it through. That's how it is. They just
Because
push it
it's
through, and
already
then
done. She said,
Now
"Don't
you're
worry
in the
about
system. Now you just call them and say, "Hey, how much do I owe?"
it. How much do I owe?"
If you go to work for a like Universal Film or something like
Yeah.
that, then they'll be like, "Hey, man, show us your paperwork." Your
Yeah.
agent will take care of that.
Well, once they cast you, they can't officially sign you up. Like, there's this procedure that you go through as a producer. Like, if I cast you, like days after I cast you, I have to clear you through SAG.
There you go.
And if you come back to us that you're unpaid,
There you go.
they won't allow you to work on the movie.
So then I got to come up with 6 G's.
It's not
Or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't want to give out wrong information. I don't think I know it's more expensive than it used to be, but you know, the Producers Guild I joined, the very first payment I made, I think, was $1,300 when I first joined, and now it's $350 a year.
I'll give you an example. Mine was lapsed for like over 10 years. It was like $1,000,
Yeah,
and that's 10 years worth.
yeah.
Right, but you paid initially to get in there.
Yeah.
That's what he has to do. He has to pay to get
Oh.
in. His initial payment he has to make.
But isn't that Taft Hartley or no? Don't they pay? Doesn't the production pay for that?
Taft Hartley just means that you are grandfathered into the guild. In other words, you don't have your qualifications. They're covered.
Yeah.
All you have to do is go sign up, pay your initial dues to get your card, and then yearly dues after that,
Yeah.
based on the work that you do or the minimum amount that
I got
that
lucky.
you have to pay.
Yeah, that was cool. That was easy.
Yeah.
We're all members of SAG here at this table.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Burrito.
Non-working members
You were the
of
Burrito
SAG.
King.
I was
That's
the
how you
burrito.
got
No,
it.
but I got Taft Hartley when I was like 22 years old.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was in a film called Critters.
I love Critters.
Wait a minute. I think I know that film.
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, where they're Martians or something like that, or aliens.
Yeah, little fat gremlins.
It was funny because I was an extra in the movie, and I showed up that morning to work, and they were like, "Oh, come over here. Are you a stunt guy?"
Yeah.
I was
What
like,
do you
"Yeah,
need?
I am."
Yeah, what do you
So
need?
they sent me over. To makeup, and they were like, "The stunt guy's here." So they put me in an outfit. They put me in an alien outfit that it took me like 2 hours to get into
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
And they put prosthetics on me, and when I came out, they were like, the other guy had
They're like,
gotten
"That's not
there.
him."
They're like, "Wait a minute, that's not the stunt guy." They said he was the stunt guy. You said you were the stunt guy. I said, "I didn't say I was a stunt guy. They sent me over here, and I said I'm here to work, but I didn't know I was a stunt. I didn't know this was a stunt
great.
outfit."
That's great.
So they were like, "Well, we don't have time to get you out of it." So
You got to do it.
yeah, so they
That's
went.
cool.
They took me, and there was an explosion behind me, and I had to like fall off of like a 3
Yeah,
feet
that's me.
thing.
That's
yeah.
me. You the director? Yeah. Okay. Right.
So they gave me my Taft Hartley paperwork, and I joined SAG.
That's cool.
You knew Roberts. You
I did
knew.
know. I did know.
You did know.
Yeah,
You did
I was excited. I was
Yeah,
like,
you're like, yeah, I'm the stunt guy.
yeah.
Really?
Mine was from working on a show called Guys Like Us.
Guys like us.
It had Chris Hardwick in it. It was like a little sitcom. It was fun.
Okay.
And what did you do on it?
I was an extra.
But they tapped hard. Did they give you a line?
I was there. Yeah, I had a couple lines.
Yeah, that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah, 1 and 2s. But I was there I don't know, worked on it for 3 months straight.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Dude, that's big money.
Mm-hmm. It was at Culver Studios. It was cool.
Oh.
Really cool. Kickback.
Nice.
Acting, that was when this business was magical and
It was cool. It was fun.
and cool. Like I was thinking about when I worked.
Scott Baio directed.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, so that was even cooler.
Chachi?
Chachi.
Dude, I was thinking about when I worked on Three Amigos, and it was magical because they were spending all this money and there was all this pressure on everyone, and all I was doing was just watching. You know, if they had a bad day,
Exactly.
it was a great day for me.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like that when I go places with Lopez. He's got to wear it. I'm like
Stressed
it's
out.
Yeah, he's like
No one will ever look at you and say it's your fault.
No, they go. His makeup looks good, or even like when we go to clubs. When he used to go to clubs and do appearances, he had to do all kinds of shit. No one fucks with me. I go in, I sit at the table, I have a dinner, the whole bit. Sir, can I get you some? Sure, I'll have a drink. Whatever. Lopez is there, doing his thing. I give him the thumbs up every now and then. He gives me the finger. I say, hey, what do you want from me?
You know what's great about being with Lopez is that he's like a boat, right? If you're in his wake, if you're
You're
close to him, you're good. Somehow, no ticket, no nothing, no ID, nothing necessary if you're in the wake. I had the misfortune of getting 10 feet behind the wake one time.
Forget it.
And when you get 10 feet behind him, and he gets past security and you're still walking, and there's no stopping him. Hey, no, it's over. You're out.
No, that's it. You're out.
And that's how it is. You got to keep up.
Go get Roberts. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? That guy's not going to let me in. I can't go. I got to be in the wake.
That's true.
Like, come on.
The problems of show business, people. All right, so cheers to the show and cheers to Flying Embers, who provided these very delicious.
Salud. I'm going to pick some up. I'm going over to Lopez's this weekend.
This would be tremendous.
Do some work. Pick up some of these Flying Embers.
Bring extra. I might go. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we will see you guys again next week. We're not going to have a guest this week because I thought I wanted to talk about all that important stuff, and I think it matters to people that are out there trying to make movies and being entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Don't be afraid to take whatever amount of money you raise with crowdfunding.
Yep.
You can take that money and use it as a stepping stone to whatever's next. It's not a failure. Try to raise 100. If you raise 10, you could do a lot of work with that. And if you have a great product, you're going to figure it out with that 10. And if you don't, then no harm, no foul, right? You don't have to pay it back. You tried your best. And we will see you next week on Let's Get Into It.
The Master Course.
By the Master Bates.
All right, fellas.